Today, the market bounced off support as big tech is still leading the way higher. First up, let's take a look at the S&P 500 SPY ETF. So let's crack open this chart and see what's going on in the stock market today. All right. Today we were up 0.39% on SPY and we bounced right off of this support level at 407, and we are still in a very powerful bull trend as long as SPY continues to put in higher highs and higher lows. This is about the time in the market that the bears are going to be looking for the full moon cycles to explain why we're likely due for a sell-off, but only following price action is going to be your guide in this market. So this is still a very simple market. Manage your risk right here at support at 407, and keep in mind we are in a bull trend, especially while price action is above all of these moving averages. This defines the bull trend that could easily push us into the 420s, and typically April is going to be a very bullish month. If we break support at 407, then you can get more risk off because we're likely coming down towards 404 and the gap fill just below 402. Now keep in mind there's no reason these gaps need to fill now. They can fill at a later date, so it is possible with this bull trend that we push higher towards 411 and then 414. Above 414, we're back above the 50% retracement of the bear market, which is looking a lot more bullish. On the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we were up 0.67% today, and we did fully close that gap below right there at 313.35, so we can delete that gap fill. And as you could tell, price action bounced right from that level back above the rising 5 EMA, so it's still very bullish. This could be our higher low into our next higher high that takes us up to fill the gap at 322, and then the double bottom price target at 327. Manage your risk at the daily high breakout, which is between 311 and 312. And if we break down below that level, then we'll be looking for the gap fill at 308. You can go back to last night's video, and I just drew this out that we are likely coming down for a retest before the bounce to our price target. And so far, that looks like exactly what's happening. So continue to stay bullish as long as we're above support. On the Dow Jones, we were up 0.02% today, so we went absolutely nowhere, but we did continue to close above the previous daily high just below 335. So it is possible we're bull flagging, getting ready to build up energy to push into the 340s. If we break down below support, we need to break down below 333, and then we could come all the way back down towards 329 to fully close the gap. On the Russell 2000 IWM ETF, we were up 0.15% today, and price action is still closing below all the moving averages, so this is still a relatively bearish chart. But do keep in mind, we did get the higher high breakout into what could be a higher low, and we're just above the gap fill at 172. There's a good chance we fill that gap and then make an attempt to push back above 179, and then above 179, we're looking for the gap fill just below 182. If we lose support at 170, we're looking for a trip all the way back towards 166 to 164. On the ARKK ETF, we're up 1.58%, bouncing right from this neckline of support at 37, so this is more looking like a trading range now that we're not getting a breakout in either direction. The bull breakout will be above 40.5, and the bear breakdown will be below 37 and then 36. Trade the range and wait for the breakout, because the breakout is going to give us an impulsive move to 43 on the bull breakout or all the way down towards 32 to 31 on the bear breakdown. On the VIX, we were down 3.67% as we continue to see the VIX crushing every time it tries to break out above 20. And I continue to tell you this is the behavior of a bull trend and a bull market. You need to see the VIX above 20 to get bearish, and so far we just see it getting crushed. On Bitcoin, we're currently down 0.37%, and we're still consolidating right above the rising 20 daily moving average. So this is going to be what looks like a bull flag, but all flags can break in either direction. The bear breakdown below 27,000 brings us back down to 25,000, and the bull breakout above 28,000 could send us all the way up to 31,000. On Google stock, we were up 3.78% today as this peacock looks ready to fly to our price target at the gap fill at 110 on this bull breakout above 106. I've been talking about Google putting in this higher low before this breakout for a week now, and that's exactly what we're seeing with today's price action, all on increasing volume. Stay bullish above the breakout between 105 and 106, and above 110, we could reach to the top of the channel at 115. On Amazon stock, we were up 0.95% today, and Amazon did close the gap at 100 and bounce back up to resistance at 102. You can see this is a full bull trend, so with the gap closed, it's very likely that we're going to see a very impulsive bounce to the gap fill at 109 next. You can get a lot more bullish above the bull breakout at the resistance at 104, and you're staying bullish as long as we're above support between 97 and 100. On Microsoft stock, we were up 2.55% today with a very bullish candle that bounced from the support at 283 all the way back above the resistance at 290, which means we're likely heading to 293 and the gap fill at 296 next. Stay bullish as long as we're above 283, and below that, look for the gap fill at 281 and then 276. On Nvidia stock, we were up 0.58% today, and this stock is an absolute bear killer because a lot of bears continue to try to call a top and they continue to short this thing at support. Remember, 267 was support and we're still above the rising 20 daily moving average, so there is no business trying to short this stock while it's still in a bull trend. The next likely target is the gap fill above at 273 with resistance at 274 and 280 and a valid upside price target at 282.5 as long as we're above the rising 20 daily moving average. On Tesla stock, we were down 0.25% today, and Tesla is breaking down below some critical support below 187, but it did hold critical support at 183. I am not bullish on Tesla when it looks like this below the support trend line and below 187, but you can try to be a bull if you want to be at 183, but below that we're likely going to 173 and then 167. We still do have that gap to fill at 146, so that's the elephant in the room, and if we start breaking down, the selling is going to get very impulsive. I would not get bullish until we get back over at least 187 to 197. On Apple stock, we were up 0.55% today as Apple is closing back over all the moving averages, which means we're likely going to try to push towards 169 and the gap fill at 171 next. Below 163, which is support, we could fill the gaps at 161 and 158.5. On the financial sector, we were up 0.38% today as the financials are trying to hold this support right around 32, which is exactly what they need to do to push towards 33. The industrials were down 0.03% today in jeopardy of closing the gap at 97 and developing a bear trend. The healthcare sector was up 0.25% today, continuing into this bullish trend on the bull breakout above 130, but finding resistance right here at 134. The energy sector was down 1.52% today, pulling back to the rising 5 EMA and still in a bull trend as long as we're above this gap zone at 83 and this support at 84. So jumping back over to the S&P 500, the market is closed tomorrow, and happy Easter to all of you. So do keep in mind this is still a bull trend as long as we continue to put in higher lows and higher highs. There's still a lot of bears out there, which is completely fine, but make sure you are still trading objectively and managing your risk at resistance, and be very cautious on trying to short this bull trend until we see the bull trend rolling over and dying. It's going to mean SPY needs to lose these support levels below, and then you can start getting a lot more bearish. But as long as we keep bouncing from support, the bulls are going to continue to buy the dip and squeeze the shorts out of their position. If you want to come trade with other price action traders and get access to all of my intraday updates and analysis, come join us over at the Stock Still and Trading Discord community. You find out how to join the Discord server by clicking on the link in the description of this video. I also have my own trade alert service called Bang Trade Alerts that will send you all of your buy and sell alerts directly via email and text message, and only trades ETS TQQQ and SQQQ. You find out how to join Bank by clicking on the link below. So thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great long weekend, and as always, I will see you in the next episode.